going to replace the light bulbs on my 2010 Honda Civic Hybrid with some LED ones. Now we currently have the yellow stock ones. I try to just pop the light bulbs in, but I want to go ahead and restore the housing as well. It's kind of yellowed, dirty, and not clear anymore. I'm going to restore the housing and replace the light bulbs. I'm just going to go ahead and remove the housing completely from the car. I'm just going to have to take off the little panel that's right there. The whole front bumper is going to come off, just held up with some clips and some screws. And then I should have access to getting that housing out. To remove this cover, first thing I'm going to do is take off these clips. There's one here, it's supposed to be one there, but it's missing. Another one here, and then another one here, and I should be able to just pop it out. Just going to get this. Wiggle it in. It would usually be 4, but we only have 3. And all the clips are, I could remove it, but try not to knock down the camera. Like that. Now that that covers off, I'm gonna have to remove these here. I think it's a hex. There's one on each side. There's the other one. And then down at the bottom of the bumper, there's gonna be a bunch of clips. I think there's like 4 or 5 of them going along. We're just gonna have to undo all of them, and then the whole assembly should come out. To get out those bolts, I'm gonna use this hex here. It's like a 5mm. So I went ahead and lifted up the car for easier access. Once the clips from the bottom of the car have been removed, just come over to the side. This is the driver's side. I went ahead and did the passenger already. Put in this little opening here. You can have a Phillips head screw. I think this one's a PH12. And I'm just gonna use it to loosen and remove that screw in there. Just remove it like that. With all those clips and screws removed, now we should be able to remove the bumper. Just want to be careful because you don't want to scratch it. Yep, be careful. Now that that bumper's been removed, we're going to go ahead and remove this headlight. It's held in by a couple 10mm. 2 right here, 1 directly straight on that way, 1 undergoing this way, and then there should be another one right here on the side. We'll take all those out, the whole headlight should come out. Sole possession of first place, huh? So hard. I know. Now that it's tight, you're just gonna want to disconnect the headlights. It's just a little tab and you pull. Whole thing comes out. This is how I'm gonna try to stay organized. This little screw in. These are just from the top panel. These are screws from each headlight, passenger driver, those two top hex bolts, and then all the clips that are at the bottom of the bumper. Now that the disassembly is complete, we're gonna prep everything to put it back into the vehicle. What we're gonna do is restore the headlights. Once those are restored, we're gonna install the LED bulbs into them, and then we can go ahead and put everything back into the car. Just gotta make sure that it all works. What I'm gonna go ahead and do now is get the headlight ready. I'm gonna leave the stock bulbs in for now, but first we're just gonna clean it. Then we're gonna scuff it up to get some of that clear coat off, or any of that faded plastic. Once we scuffed it up enough with a couple different grits of sandpaper, then we're gonna go ahead and put a clear coat on and then let it dry and go on to the next one. Now that we have it clean, what I'm gonna start doing now is scuffing it up. We're gonna start with the 400. I think this is like the hardest scratches that we're gonna use. We're gonna use this, the 600, and then either 1,000, 2,000, something like that. Done with the 400. Now we're gonna move up to the 600. Last square we're gonna use is the 2,000. Last thing to do is just get it ready for the clear coat. What I'm gonna do is just use some alcohol, just wipe it off. There's nothing to it on this one. Just get some alcohol on the rag. Sorry, screw with that. Just clean up the headlight. Last thing we gotta do to finish this is just add the clear coat. Pick this up from Walmart. Just needs 2-3 layers, 50% overlap. Should be good. It says to give it 3 to 5 minutes to dry, and then we'll go ahead and add the second coat. Second coat. While I let the other one dry with the clear coat, I'm gonna go ahead and do the second one. It's the exact same process, so I'm just gonna time lapse it. So this is the second headlight. We're just gonna go ahead and spray it with the clear coat. We're gonna go 3 coats, and then we're gonna let it dry overnight. So here we're looking at the back of the headlight. Like I said, we're gonna replace these with LEDs. This is one, this is the other. All you gotta do is twist them out. This is the new set. 4, 2 for each side. To show you an example, I use this first one. Lefty loosey, just twist it. And you should be able to pull it right out. Now we got both of them in. Now that we got the new bulbs in, all we gotta do is let this clear coat cure. It says to wait up to 24 hours. I'm just gonna give it overnight. I might even just put these on later tonight, and then we'll see how it looks. Now that the headlights are clean, what I'm gonna go ahead and do is install the headlight back into the car, followed by the bracket here. I'm just gonna go ahead and use one of the bolts to get it aligned and hold it in place, and then we'll put the rest of them back in. First thing we're gonna do though is just plug it back in before we put it back in the car. So we're on the passenger side here. There's a clip that you just want to go ahead and get in place first. And then kind of from there, just like match these up. Our new plugs have our bulbs have these extensions here. Just push them until they click into place. Okay. Didn't get a satisfying click. So we're just gonna get this back into place. I think the easiest bolt to do first is gonna be the top one here. I wanted to show you guys how I did this particularly. I was having some trouble with it. This bracket has to line up with the headlight down here, but it doesn't exactly fit straight in. There's an opening right here that matches up with an opening on the headlight. Kind of have to maneuver it in like this. And then you line up the holes from there. For the bracket, once you get it into that slot, line it up with these two indicator marks right here, then match up with these two right here. Just like that. Next thing I'm gonna go ahead and do is put the bumper back on. I'm gonna start by lining it up with the hex screws at the top.